buying some food for our next location. Soups.
Noodles!
Very tasty, something warm into your stomach. After a long day of herping, it's really good.
You still have a spaghetti, so we can make a spaghetti and veg. Locked and loaded, got our waters, some biscuits, some noodles, more water. On the side of the road. This is like the local veggie market, pretty much scattered all along these roads, and the fruit here is absolutely amazing. It's super fresh and super cheap, so we're going to get our supplies for the next 2-3 days here, and yeah, I'm very excited. They've got potatoes for the first time and some beautiful mangoes, so super excited. Get some Mityana, so we. So what is this? Is this goat, eh?
Yeah.
There's a goat. There's some more goat. And there's the goat. Looks like we've arrived at Charles's place. This is our second location. Looks really cool. Very different than the last place, but very cool nonetheless.
Hello.
So me and Rumi over here have decided to go full gorilla and make ourselves a nice bedding underneath beautiful tree here. Nice and cool and calm. Just found another little chameleon here. Don't know what species it is, we'll determine a little bit later. It's quite different. It's got yellow underflanks, it's got some orange on its crest and on its back spines, also similar size, a little bit of green underneath its throat flap. Really pretty little chameleon. Cool, so it's time to release this little guy. The villagers brought it to us this morning to show us. Nice time for him to go home. Come on, stretch, Betty. That's it, bro. That's it. So we've arrived at our second location. Met Charles, we set up camp, all locked and loaded, and not even half an hour later, we are on the cobra hunt. We literally just walked out the village, or out of Charles's home. It's cobra time. If you're looking for forest cobra, could be boomslang here, olive grass snakes, twig snakes, vine snakes, as well as mambas, Jameson's mamba that we had at the other location. And then tomorrow we'll be heading to a small pocket of forest where we should be able to find narcicornis and all the other snakes that I just mentioned plus more. But let's see if we can find our first forest cobra. So there's a slightly different snake to catch. Other ones, bitters and mambas, more arboreal and not cruising on the ground, whereas these cobras are super fast and they will react to our movements and then they will start cruising along the ground, so it's a bit more of a chase than a capture. As you can see, there's a lot different vegetation out here, a bit more plantation, secondary forest, a bit of regrowth. So we've been walking for like not even 10 minutes and we had in the same at the last location, but it's a little bit more isolated. Yeah, it's just a bit everywhere. As you can see, there's just plenty of bush marijuana all around me. So, got a few target species out here, very different from the last area. The particular habitat we're walking around in now is, Charles says, is quite good for boomslang and vine snakes, as well as the forest cobra. I'd love to find a boomslang. They're really cool. animals and very docile and actually rather easy to handle compared to your mambas and cobras. So let's see if we can find a worm slung as well. That would be great. So this is the typical habitat of reforested plantation. You can see here is a eucalyptus forest, more young eucalyptus plantation. Also very good for cobras and mambas and vine snakes. There's another cobra hole. We found a couple of them so far. You can see it's been used. All the signs are there. There's no cobra. These guys have constructed, they bite. They constructed a bridge across the water, two bridges. I think it's a type of fire ant. They bite really sore, super defensive. You can see all the soldiers on the outside, like with their big mandibles, like getting ready to bite at anything that comes past. They make a little tube in the middle where all the little worker ants cruise through, so they make a safe passage for the whole family. It's very interesting to see, but not nice to be near because they really are aggressive. But wow, very beautiful. So our first walk today, looking for a cobra, and it's a little bit more difficult than we expected. It's a lot tougher than walking around in the jungle, in the rainforest, where it's kind of footpaths and you can go over, under and around. Yeah, it's a lot denser and yeah, sometimes a little bit impenetrable. It's hell of a hot, lots of spiky stuff. So today we didn't strike lucky, so we'll try tomorrow and see if we can find the forest cobra we're looking for. It's been a real tough one, and I think everyone's a little bit tired and ready for bed and some food. So catch us tomorrow. So it's day 2. We just left camp. We're heading about an hour out of where we were staying with Charles. So we're going to a little pocket of forest where we can hopefully find the target species we're looking for. Hopefully it'll be a good day. It's a little bit overcast. It's not too hot, which is nice for us, but not so great for the diurnal snakes, which like a little bit of heat. So hopefully they'll be out and we can find something. Hello! How are you? So we've just stopped here, just before the pocket of forest. Charles is busy speaking to the chief of the area so that he can give us permission to access the land, so we're not intruding, we've got permission. They don't particularly like white people coming through these lands. It's all privately owned, so we're very lucky to have the chance to go head into this pocket of forest with Charles and the chief of this land, so very exciting. Look at these boys and girls. So we've arrived in the patch of forest just adjacent to where Charles lives, and it really is beautiful. It feels like we're back in Mityana Forest. I really would like to find a nice big forest cobra, maybe a vine or twig snake, a forest twig snake, olive whip snakes, maybe a puff adder, worm slung, pretty much anything, but the forest cobra is first prize. This is really dense here and spiky as hell. It's literally like looking for a needle in a haystack. Really long, spindly needle that slithers away from you when it hears you. So to optimize chances of finding snakes, we kind of fan out a little bit, look around, stop, look around. And because we're in such dense jungle, you can't even see in front of you. If you feel like you're going the wrong direction, you just do a little woo! And then you can know where the direction of the people are. Now the problem with walking first is that you keep flipping, clearing all the spider webs for everyone else. You keep getting facefuls. So Martin just told us that weather conditions aren't ideal at the moment for the snakes. They prefer it when the sun is out. What? Snake? It's gone. Where is he? Ow, 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 ow. Small green snake.
Yeah.
Yo. Shit. Well, we just saw our first snake. Well, Martin saw the first snake. Said it was a small green snake. Moved really, really fast. So it must be a Philothamnus, which is colubrid, your bush snakes, the tall green snakes. But well spotted. At least we know they're here. This is our first Espida. First snake out here. Oh, go say, man. Very, very, very cool.
Good.
You see him there?
Yeah. Like very little information is known about food of Espida. And some sources say they eat insects, even slugs sometimes. But there are no, I would say, records about that, or just very few.
It's a little dragon.
Yes. So we are bagging Espida. It's a perfect moment. Found it in situ. It's a beautiful individual.
We are happy.
Very happy.
Amazing, always a good feeling to release a snake back into the wild. So just got another shot, got a mamba up ahead. Yo, now we getting somewhere.
We're catching green mamba.
Wow.
Oh, she's beautiful. Yes, less black.
Lot less black.
Yeah.
Well done. Another Jameson's mamba. Amazing. That was a proper chase though. Wow. Now that was a chase. Bonnet, our tour guide and driver, spotted this mamba up in the tree. We all gathered around, started moving off, so we chased it through the canopy and slowly started coming down. One of the guys pushed it down with a stick and quickly ran in, grabbed the mamba by the head with the tongs, and whew, another Jameson's mamba, the eastern Jameson's mamba. So we just passed another gentleman in the forest and asked him where we could find cobra, and he says in the Majan, which is in the cassava plantations. And we just asked Martin as well, and he says very difficult to catch them there during the dry season. So they go straight into the holes. It's still nice and warm now, so very difficult to catch a cobra. He says wet season is much better, it's a little bit cooler, and then the cobras actually come out and sun themselves, and obviously less warm, so a little bit less active and easier to catch. So we're probably here just a couple of months too early for the cobra in terms of just easy, in terms of manageability to find them, but we'll see. So we spent the whole day in the forest looking for the forest cobra, and we didn't get anything, no forest cobra. We got one Arteris Espida, a rough-scale bush viper, and a beautiful eastern Jameson's mamba. It's the end of the second day looking for this cobra. They're very agile, mobile, and rather intelligent snakes. When they hear you coming, they usually have a hole nearby that they duck down into. Unfortunately, no forest cobra today, It's time for food and some sleep. We'll wake up tomorrow with some fresh legs and hopefully we'll find that forest cobra. So this morning I woke up to a very pleasant surprise. Today was going to be forest cobra day, or is forest cobra day. We're going to go look for forest cobra once the weather clears, hopefully. And we were sitting having breakfast, and one of the local villagers brought us a very pleasant surprise. It's a little bit of a happy sad. If it was just the adult, it would have been okay, it would have been easier to release. But she's with a baby, which is super rare. This is my first time encountering this animal, so it's a really pinch myself moment. Let's hope that it all turns out well and that the mommy doesn't reject the baby, which I don't think she will. She looks like she's still holding on to it, curling around it. So it's super exciting. My very first white-bellied pangolin. It's a really rare sighting. We spoke to them. They say that there are quite a few of them around here. It's quite different to the Congo, where they collect and eat them for bush meat and sell them to the Chinese. The Ugandan people are quite proud of their land and their animals. So we're going to release these two back to where they were found, which was not even 500-600 meters from where we've been camping. The baby is climbing on this mom. Wow, that went better than expected. We took her back to the same tree that the villager found her this morning. And after not even 5 minutes, she kind of uncurled herself, baby grabbed onto the tail, and up the tree she went. Wow, what an experience it was. But I'd love to show you guys in the little nest or the little nookie that she's resided to. So I'm just going to climb halfway up the tree and put a GoPro pole up there so I don't disturb her. Cool. Now I gotta get down this flipping tree. Things I do for you guys. Woo! Another Jameson's, Eastern Jameson's mamba. You can see the variability of the color from the one we caught in more eastern Uganda versus the western Uganda. This is a lot yellower, much limer green, and the tail tapers off. It's far less black on the tail, which is really cool. It's got that edging on the scales of the black edges. Very beautiful snake, much smaller than the one we found there, a lot more energetic. It's been hooding up and huffing at us, but now it's time to let her go. So we're gonna go just over here and release her. Bye bye mamba. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So to Eastern Jameson's mamba this trip. Really cool. My first Jameson's mambas, so I'm very excited. Tick that one off the list. 2 safely released mambas, very happy mambas. So now we need to find the elusive forest cobra. Let's go. It's our last day. We've got only 2 hours left till we have to head to our next location, and the only thing we really have time for is to walk around the village here. So let's really hope we can find this forest cobra. It's been really elusive. It's the last target species that we need. So let's hope we can find something. Been looking for the last 40 minutes. We've all spread out across different parts of the village, but it's not seeming to have any luck. Oh my god, guys, we've got one. Holy shit. Yes! Fucking forest cobra. Yo. Wow, it's taken us 3 days to find this guy. What's this is a very toxic snake. I'm gonna just put this GoPro down and get to my camera, and then I can show you guys what the snake is all about. So on that note, guys, these are very unique species of cobra. They live high up in the forests. They're slightly arboreal, unlike other cobra species.
semi-aquatic, largest in Africa, very toxic very toxic venom, strong neurotoxin, not a snake to be messed with, but also not easy to find. Due to their habits, very secretive habits, they're not often encountered, so that's why these guys are able to live in and around the villages without causing much havoc. So amazing, very beautiful snake. I really have to wrap up this video though. Everyone's packing around behind me. We've got to cruise off. So if you like this video, please do subscribe. Please hit the like button. I've done another forest cobra video a couple years ago. Have a look at that. I'll put it in the description below. That will be a larger specimen if you want to see the difference in size. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned. Hopefully we'll catch a couple more snakes and reptiles to be able to get to show you guys. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Another great release. Happy snake, happy me. Now let's cruise, quickly pack up tents and head to the next location. Sweet. Catch you later.